Game track. Defense.
The Philadelphia 76ers are exhibiting some great defense. They're refusing to let shooters get comfortable and showing great anticipation in the passing lanes.
Player of the half.
Simmons is up in the air swatting shots. When he's not doing that, he's down on the floor making steals. Who wouldn't be impressed by a first half like that?
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in that first half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
The 76ers dominated this matchup from the opening tip. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers. For the Philadelphia 76ers, the Knicks yet to appear after one half of basketball. At this point, it's all about pride and mental toughness. A comeback is not impossible, but it's also not likely. These are the guys getting buckets for the New York Knicks.
Game track. Defense.
The Philadelphia 76ers have been exhibiting some amazing defense in this matchup. Steals on the floor, blocks in the sky. They're dominating on defense all over the floor.
Player of the half.
Simmons has been a defensive force in this matchup. If he's not stealing the ball, he's swatting it. And that combination has made for an incredible half.
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going. Here we go with the top 3 plays from the first half. All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
Into the front court comes Smith. His guys down big. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Free throw good, so they get the 3-point play, but it's not much more than a drop in the bucket with the score right where it is. To Simmons. Horford. To Simmons.
I got him. Trap. Got him.
New York Knicks basketball. Knocked loose. They love this hustle. Smith to Kevin Knox. Kevin Knox powers it through. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
He gets it.
This is a statement game for this unit. This defense has generated a lot of easy offense. And the one thing we know in the league, easy offense is hard to come by.
Screen coming. Smith, the drive, right to the basket. Whoa, what a finish. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
Stuffs it down with authority.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Smith with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. Knocked loose. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Count the bucket for 2.
I think the defender had absolutely 0 chance on that play.
Smith with it up top. Down a bundle. Great looking vision. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Free throw's good to cap off the 3-point play as they draw a tiny bit closer to Richardson. Slams it down. Big finish for Joel Embiid.
I know there's that old saying that says 1 man can't beat 5, but we're watching 1 man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
And finishes strong.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Let's see what the Knicks can do here. Knocked loose. Tobias Harris with a piece.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
And stuffs it down.
An easy 2. Get back on defense.
Smith now into the front court. He'll run the offense. Knocked loose. Into the front court comes Simmons. His guys hold a commanding lead. And he throws it down. Al Horford showing off all the moves.
What a move. But the move never should have happened in the first place, especially if there's communication from the help side defender. You have to let that guy know which way he can force him defensively to where there's help.
It's good. And 1.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and 1s.
Joel Embiid at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. For his career, 77% at the line. Embiid's free throw good. A 3-point play. The Sixers extend the lead. Coach of the Knicks signals for a timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this 3rd quarter. Neely Kina to Marcus Morris. Joel Embiid with the block.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Harris. New York in control of the basketball. Now ready to shoot at the line.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Off the mark on the first free throw.
Leave one time. Here we go.
Good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. To Tobias Harris. Knocked loose. Harris.
Pick it up. Trap.
Scores from the post.
This is why I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Simmons with it. His guys holding the big lead. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Frank Ntilikina. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Richardson. To Embiid. Oh, emphatic slam.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
To Embiid. Richardson. There it is, Al Horford. 4 out of 7.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Here comes the screen. Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Plenty of contact. The shot no good. Knocked loose. Knicks have it. 17-footer at the buzzer. That ends the third quarter, and the 76ers have to be feeling good. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. To Embiid. Marcus Morris sends it away.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
On a pass stolen by the Knicks. Knocked loose.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Oh, mistake there as the pass stolen by the Knicks.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Oh, emphatic slam. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And ooh, I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on the defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative because right now the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is.
Me neither. Oh, denied.
As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Knocked loose. High risk, high reward. It stays in their possession. Joel, oh, that's out.
Out of here. It always looks cool, but guess what? You're still on D. You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands.
That's got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Gets to the basket and scores.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're